there's a really long problem and you're focusing on other things like negative numbers and signs, it can be easy to forget about them.
Okay.
So the more we practice them, the better. And today, to practice, we are going to make a graphic organizer.
A graphic organizer?
So
cool.
before you start writing anything, I have a cheaper version here.
Oh.
And I'm going to do as we go, and we're going to talk about the order of operations.
Oh.
And I would like you to do each layer in a different color.
Oh, so that's why you have those colored
Yes.
pencils.
So
Cool.
each layer is going to be a different color. That'll help you kind of picture it in your mind. So what's at the top of our graphic organizer?
The P.
P, very
Parentheses.
good. Now, what are the parentheses looking like in a problem? How would you draw an example of that?
Oh, well, they're kind of like this.
Very
It
good.
goes inside the parentheses.
Now, when there's something inside the parentheses, is there another time that you would see parentheses where you might get confused? Like, what if you saw 4 parentheses 5?
Oh, yeah, that.
What is that? What operation is this?
Multiplication?
Very good. So we're not confusing this with multiplication. We're talking about when there's something inside the parentheses, like x plus 5.
That's what's getting confusing.
Yeah. So we don't want this type of parentheses. We're talking about the parentheses that have something inside of it. Another way to write this, and I would like you to write this underneath, is grouping. Because sometimes you're not going to have parentheses.
Oh, group.
Sometimes you're going to have parentheses, but sometimes you're going to have brackets. And sometimes you're going to have these fancy brackets.
Oh, yeah. There's different types of
Yeah, can you
parentheses.
draw those on the top or on the side where you have space?
Okay. I guess. So just get the
Good.
fancy ones. And now let's move on.
So sometimes you'll see those. Now what about the next box? Focus
for
on
exponents.
exponents.
It's a-
Very good.
And I know it. It's just a big number of a little bitty number.
So
In the
you're
corner.
drawing a little symbol to help you remember.
Yeah, it's a big number of a little bitty number.
So
in the
go
corner.
ahead and write exponents. What is something else that might happen in this layer that's not an exponent? Do you know what you might see that also goes during this step?
What?
Another thing is the opposite of an exponent. You know what the opposite of an exponent is?
What?
A square root.
Oh.
So I want you to also write somewhere in this box the word roots, because it could be a square root or it could be a cubed root, you know, where there's a 3.
Yeah.
And that means you're finding the square root of something. So even if your equation does not have exponents, it might have a square root, and that's what you do next. Make sense?
Yeah, and then we put the pairs together. Multiplication and division go together.
Very good.
Because multiplication and division are paired, in fact, addition and subtraction.
So we've got multiplication, and they can both be the same color because they happen.
Yeah.
How do you know if you have 2 multiplication or 2 division? How do you know which one comes first?
Well, you always have to go left to right, whichever one comes first.
Very good. So
You
we're
do
going to draw an
whichever
arrow,
You always do whichever one comes first.
and we're going to write left to right. Perfect. And let's draw some examples of multiplication.
Now, multiplication can be a number next to something. That can be multiplication because
Very good. Like a 2 and
or
an
it can
X.
be a symbol next to a number. That also means multiply.
Yeah, using parentheses. What else can symbolize multiplication?
The little dot
The
symbol.
little dot. Yeah, we don't usually see the X symbol in the 7th grade, but sometimes you'll see the multiplication
And now for
symbol.
some symbols for division.
What are some symbols?
A little
for division?
house. You can do a little house.
Ah, now that's how you set up a division problem. You're
That's
probably not going to
symbols.
see that in
Or the little
an
division
equation.
symbol of a dot, a line, and a dot.
Uh-huh.
That symbolizes division.
Very good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to write division, write somewhere in your box division, and somewhere over here multiplication.
Okay.
Multiplication. There's one other division symbol that I'm thinking of.
What?
It's the slash.
Oh yeah, the slash. I know that one.
So you have a, like, if you're saying 5 divided by 2, it would be 5
Oh yeah, the
slash
little
2.
slash. And now the last pair is also left to right, so we'll make another arrow for left to right.
Very good.
You do whichever
Left
one
to
comes
right.
first. And they are addition and subtraction.
Perfect.
A, S.
A,
Addition.
S.
Let's write addition, subtraction down here.
All right.
Addition, Subtraction.
Subtraction.
Same as these two do. Whichever one comes first.
Very good. What
Now-
are some symbols?
The plus symbol.
Plus
That means
symbol.
addition. Because the plus symbol means addition.
Is there any other symbols that mean addition? Not really.
Yeah, and for subtraction, the little dash symbol.
Little dash.
That
Very
means
good.
subtraction.
Awesome. So this is our order of operations graphic organizer. This is another thing you can think of, and you can keep it with you just to help you remember.
Okay.
Now, this is something that you know in your mind because you know, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's nice to look at it when you have an especially long equation, if you feel like, or picture it in your mind and remember what the order is. So this is a strategy that we're going to use to help us.
This
And
strategy?
we are going to practice it by going through some problems.
Oh.
And the way that I want us to practice the order of operations for these type of problems is to use a highlighter
A highlighter?
and a pencil or a pen. It doesn't
Here's my
matter how, you
pencil.
can use a regular one. So for this, I'm going to demonstrate the first few, and then I'm going to let you do the rest. And we're going to talk through it as we go.
Oh.
And there's three main steps I want us to remember. First, I want us to identify the operations. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
So we're gonna look
Identify
at
the
it.
stuff that we have to do.
Yeah, what operations do we see in here?
Multiplication.
Multiplication.
And there's addition right there.
Yeah, but what is addition inside of?
The parentheses.
Yeah, so we have parentheses or
And then
grouping,
addition inside.
and then addition on the inside. So
Oh, so you're
the first
identifying
thing-
all the letters.
and then I want us to highlight the first step.
Wait, that's what highlighters are for.
Yeah.
Highlighting the first step.
Exactly.
And
So-
then I know what that is, the parentheses.
Very good.
Wow, this highlighter is really messy.
Oh.
It's kind of, it just keeps going back and forth and making a big mess.
We can try this one next time.
Yeah.
It might still be bad, but all right. So
Yeah.
that's fine. We
Yeah,
so you
these are
highlighted the first step, and what do you get when you add those two together? 2 plus 2
4.
is 4. The next thing is either to solve it, depending on how many steps there are, or rewrite it
Oh.
and then repeat.
Oh.
So we're going to identify the operations like we did, highlight what comes first, and then we're going to rewrite it after doing the first part. So we now know that we have 3 times 4,
Which is 12.
which is 12.
I see.
Very good. So I'm going to do this one, but we're going to talk through it together.
Yes, you had the computer for.
Yes, when we are playing Kahoot, you can write the problems down on this back of this paper if that
Okay.
helps you.
But,
Now, do you have a device or do we need to use my device?
oh, we can just use yours. Go ahead.
All right, that's fine. I've got it open here. We have a game. It's all about order of operations. And this is going to be a way for you to practice
Did you make that?
independently. I did. Well, actually, another teacher made it.
Okay.
And I am using it. So we are going to join the game. Can
Here.
you go ahead and type that in here?
Oh, so we're going to do a Kahoot practice, huh?
Yes, and when we're doing it, I want you to try to follow the same steps if you need to.
Okay.
So you are welcome to use the highlighter.
What's your name doing here?
Oh, that was from another time. You can erase that.
Let me get my name in here.
And you know, you're the only one playing this, but we can still keep your score. And then if we have a chance to play it again, you can try to beat your ghost, remember?
Okay. Oh, yeah. All right, here, we
All
can
right,
start the game
you
now.
can start.
Because I am in.
Are you ready?
So that's a nice background.
Yeah, I like it. 10 bucks. So what is the first step in this problem?
So we're reviewing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me write the problem out. I remember the steps, so we'll just be able to do it.
Yeah, and you don't have to actually solve this one. You just have to say what's the first part that you do.
Oh.
The 5 minus 3 or the 3 plus 2?
Oh, so it's just the first step.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you do subtraction because it comes first.
Good.
Yeah, it's subtraction because it
All
comes
right.
first.
Well done.
You do whichever one comes first.
And I gotta push next.
And the subtraction comes first.
Evaluate the expression.
Okay, so now we have to solve it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so wait, it's the same thing. We have to solve it now.
Ah.
It's the same
So
thing.
now you can write it out to help you.
And now we said subtraction comes first. So 5 minus 3
Mhm.
is 2 plus 2 get you 4.
Great, I love how you wrote it out.
And it's a triangle.
Very
Yeah,
good.
4. Hey, I'm
See
getting
what's
it.
next.
So how many questions are on
There are
this page?
16 total.
16.
So what is the first step in this problem?
So just the first step.
Mm-hmm. I think it alternates first step.
Well,
and this
well,
one.
it's the same problem. Just add. It's just added the parentheses.
All right, so
Yeah, the
Good
parentheses
job.
come first. Wait, it's doing the same problem, just add different things to it.
yeah, so it shows how different operations can change the problem and what answer you get.
Now we evaluate that same expression, I guess.
All right.
Oops.
You might want to.
So now,
it is the same one. You're right.
see, it keeps adding things to it. It's just using a simple expression.
Mhm.
So now we evaluate it, right? So now we have 5 over here, and 5 minus 5 is 0. Yeah, 0.
Awesome. I love how you're writing down each step,
Yeah, I know.
and you don't need to
Oh,
highlight
we gotta
it.
hit next.
Oh, because you're remembering it in your head.
Oh, so it keeps asking the first step and then evaluating over and over again.
Very good.
Okay, so now, well, multiplication comes first. Because you gotta multiply before you
Very
can subtract.
good.
I guess now we have to evaluate it, huh?
This is a good question to ask yourself before you solve a problem.
Yeah, it
Which
is.
part comes first?
Yeah, okay. So now we have to evaluate it,
Very
right?
good. Mhm.
Okay, so we got 15 minus 2 is 13.
Is that what you got there?
Yeah.
All
The blue
right.
diamond. So it's only using a few shapes.
Yeah.
It's leaving out the green one.
I guess they only had 3 answer choices. What is the first step in this problem?
Okay, I guess this is pretty cool. That's same problem again, but now a 5 is close to the parentheses. So now it's multiplication outside the parentheses, but you still have to do the parentheses first.
Very good. I love hearing your thinking.
Because I know the multiplication is outside, but you have to do the parentheses first.
Very good. Let's move on.
Hey, I'm really good at this stuff.
Yeah, you're on a roll.
Yeah.